I'm a reporter with the Bracknell Standard newspaper. I'm here with Tim Smith today to speak about local enterprise partnerships. Okay, Tim, if you could tell me a bit about what the current situation is and what the local enterprise partnerships are.
I think the first thing to say, Mike, is that the government has announced that it will be removing regional development agencies, and it wants to replace them across Britain with local enterprise partnerships, which are a business-led partnership between the public and private sectors. In terms of the current situation, there has been a joint bid submitted, an outline proposal to government for a Thames Valley Berkshire local enterprise partnership.
Can you tell me a bit about the local enterprise partnerships and where we're at the moment with them?
Certainly where we're at the moment is that a joint outline proposal has been submitted to government. It went in on the 2nd of September, and that is for an area that we phrase as Thames Valley Berkshire. So we see that as the optimal area within the Thames Valley for a local enterprise partnership. I'd stress that really this is the end of the beginning of this process, and what we expect now is a white paper to be issued by government that will no doubt take account of all of the different partnerships that have been proposed across Britain, and perhaps give some more guidance to organisations, to local councils, to business leaders that see these as being critical to the future of their economy. I'd stress really that what we're seeing here is a replacement of regional development agencies with a much more localised partnership approach, but indeed business-led.
And what is it about the area which makes it ideally suited to become an LEP?
Certainly as the debate has gone on, there's been a feeling that Berkshire really is the only county within what we tend to loosely call the Thames Valley that enjoys the Thames Valley brand. It really is a true business cluster in Berkshire, and the strength of Berkshire is the coming together of its component parts, whether they be based around Slough or based around Wokingham or Bracknell or Reading. It is that coming together of all of the component parts of Berkshire that make it so unique. As I've said, it's specifically a business cluster. It's based on ICT, financial services, and we've also been hearing from the University of Reading, who are instrumental in contributing to this bid, and they themselves, as a top 200 university in the world, bring centres of excellence in research and development, meteorology, and cybernetics in particular. Universities that are very much at the heart of local enterprise partnerships, and that's one thing the government has been very clear on.
How do they stand, the partnerships, how do they stand to benefit businesses from the bottom up, so the small to medium sized businesses? Can they work successfully with the big businesses that we have in this area?
Certainly the bid that has been put in on behalf of Thames Valley Berkshire enjoys the support of Thames Valley Federation of Small Businesses. It enjoys the support of the Bracknell Forest Chamber Council, the support of Wokingham Chamber Council, and it's been recognised not only by government but by us locally that we need to ensure that the voice of those specialists, those small and medium-sized enterprises, as much as the global corporates that are so prevalent in Thames Valley Berkshire, are heard collectively. And so our bid brings those different subsectors of the business community together.
So how can the partnership work with various sizes of businesses working together, the small businesses and the much more kind of well-known large businesses that we have so many of in this area?
Well, the outline proposal that's been submitted, I'm delighted to say, has been supported by Thames Valley Federation of Small Businesses, as much as the Thames Valley CBI and indeed the Bracknell Forest Council Chamber and Wokingham Council Chamber. So we very much have a mix of the subsectors of the business community, and that's an important message to government. It's also an important beginning of the process where we try to see this local enterprise partnership form. So we're cognizant of the importance of not only SMEs and specialist businesses, but as you alluded to, those global corporations that are so prevalent in Thames Valley Berkshire.
Can it ever prove to be a challenge to get the huge businesses on board?
I think that might have been the case some years ago, but one of the partners to the Thames Valley Berkshire outline proposal has been the Central Berkshire Diamond Forum, which brings together, for example, Oracle Corporation, 3M, Boehringer, Segro. And so you very much got large businesses there at the forefront, putting their shoulder behind this proposal. So I think we already have the buy-in of some significant large organisations, and that will be critical to going forward with the proposal.
And do you hope to encourage them to do things like their R&D and their various outsourcing locally?
I think one of the key aspects of the local enterprise partnership model, as much as we know about it, is to try and not only, as I said earlier, be masters of our own destiny, but to have business and local government working together and looking inwardly at what needs to be, if you like, implemented in terms of economic development for the area, but also ensuring that we are able to compete globally. So I think, yes, there will be an aspect of working together and bringing things that benefit the locality more so than they do at the moment.
So in very kind of broad terms for the future, what will this mean for the economy of the area?
I think it means that we can start to take ownership of our own economy. By virtue of, if you like, creating Thames Valley Berkshire, we've identified our economic geography. There are already economic assessments being done. One certainly is in evidence now for Central Berkshire. Thereby, by understanding our economy, by understanding its strengths and weaknesses, and by having this partnership model that can actually take some interventions that do something about those weaknesses, then I think we have a much better chance of sustaining the competitiveness and enhancing the competitiveness of Thames Valley Berkshire in the future. And in terms of that competition that we face, it is truly global now, and it will be essential that we're the masters of our own destiny.
Is there any kind of worry about whether the funding will ever arrive?
I think one of the strengths of Thames Valley Berkshire LEP outline proposal is that we say very clearly in our letter to government that we want to use what's already in existence. We're not trying to create something new. So we want to base the eventual partnership on the Berkshire Economic Strategy Board, on the Central Berkshire Diamond Forum, all of which bring about their own funding now. Of course, one of the aspects of creating a local enterprise partnership is to be able to bid to central government for funds that can help Thames Valley Berkshire. But I think at the moment we're quite comfortable that we have sufficient organisations, sufficient resources to put together a partnership that then has a much greater ability to make a better case to government for whatever funds might be available. And of course, there's quite a pressure on those funds, as we all know.